All right, just quickly, Matt, through the upper house today, so now it means that passage through the parliament, the climate change legislation was carried overwhelmingly the government's way. There were some amendments moved, but enshrined now in legislation. Emissions reduction targets for 2030 of the government's election commitment, 43%. In legislation, is it that the target will increase over time? And in legislation, is it that the net zero by 2050 is also locked in? Does this mean, as some would hope on the left side of politics, that the so-called climate wars are over?
I don't think so. And I think it was the Climate Change Minister himself, Chris Bowen, who said that this legislation wasn't necessary. I mean, what you have in this space is governments that just pluck numbers arbitrarily and then make that policy, and that's exactly what's happening here. I mean, 43% by 2030, yeah, it's a nice goal. It's still a target. Is there a penalty if you don't get to that target? I don't see the point of actually enshrining this in legislation except to sort of, make us feel all good and warm and fuzzy. I mean, achieving the outcomes that we want to achieve on climate change is going to be dependent on a whole lot of things. And, in 3 years' time, that number of 43% might be totally meaningless.